What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back with a 1990 Cadillac Seville that I paid too much money for, bought sight unseen, on a red light, and of course it has problems. Now there's some bonuses to this car. The main one is it's only got 75,000 miles on the odometer. She's got Michelin white wall tires, and it looks like it's been really, really well cared for, but there are a couple things we got to take care of today. So let's jump into it. But you didn't think we were going to do it without Monkey Wrench Mike, right? Of course.
You love this car.
I drive this car everywhere.
It's very befitting of you.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment.
I'm not sure that's a word, but you look good driving it.
Well, thank you. Mike thinks the car is weird looking. I kind of agree with him. It's the 80s and the 90s, man.
It's knee high. I mean, look, and I'm not tall.
Right.
My knee. Yeah.
Well, we drove this around the last time we were here, and we drove it around last night, and we realized something.
We were shivering a lot.
It has a problem that we didn't realize it had the last time. If you jump in the car and start driving, the heat gets cold. Very cold.
Real cold.
So then we pulled up the coolant temp. It's got a digital readout for it. I'll show you around the car in a minute, but it's got a readout for the coolant temp, and it was dropping. The more we drove, 140, 130, 120. And it didn't take long to figure out that either the thermostat is stuck open or it doesn't have a thermostat at all. And then we found another problem.
We started Googling, and Randy looked up and went, uh-oh.
You got to be careful Googling, because it turns you into an expert really quick. Well, we let it get up to 221 degrees last night, and the cooling fans never came on. And we are very concerned that someone removed the thermostat because of an overheating condition. The neighborhood's getting better.
All heck is breaking out somewhere.
Don't... just ignore the trains and the police,
the sirens,
fire department, the ambulance.
I'm waiting for a gunshot.
Here we go. Well... duck. Guys, I promise it's not that bad. This is a bad time. I started filming at a bad time. I mean, it's all just coming together right now, man, the perfect storm. Anyway, I'll show you around the car real quick. I think we probably have, it could be any number of things. Number one, the fans don't come on until 222. I was not aware of that.
We were that close.
So once we get this figured out, we're going to have to let it warm up and see if they come on. If they don't, there's a few things it could be. It could be a fuse. It could be the fan itself, which I kind of doubt at 75,000 miles. It could be a relay. Again, I kind of doubt. There is a control module under the hood dedicated to the cooling fans, and they're kind of notorious for going bad.
And they're very easy to find. They're difficult to find.
Very difficult to find, and over $200 used. And you cannot get them new. Now that there's a train, we'll come back and show you the car after it leaves. All right, so let's show you around the 1990 Cadillac Seville. This is some type of a conversion, because we found a little sticker on the inside that says it's a conversion from some company. It's got that, what is this called, a Landau?
Landau top.
Landau top.
Yeah. It's in great condition.
It's in phenomenal condition. I mean, there's no bubbling, there's no pit. This thing looks like it's spent its whole life indoors. The paint is beautiful.
I love the color. I really do. Yeah.
And the interior color, if you hadn't seen it yet, oh man, hold on. Not to worry, 1990, this is fancy technology here. I got a clicker.
Honk, honk.
It's even got remote start, but we're not going to start it because we got to do cooling system work. Look at that color. That is beautiful. And this shag carpet, this is what Mike likes the most.
It's like Muppet hair. I mean, it's like,
Look
Muppet
at that.
For
ASC conversion. And I think the interior color is probably the best I have ever seen on a Cadillac.
Yeah.
On a GM, period.
Remember when they did this?
Yeah, you put all your
oil changes and everything.
59, they did oil. I can't read the rest. Oil filter, something else got VIN etching. That's one of those things. The interior is just beautiful. The pleated seats. Look at that gorgeous headliner. White. I mean, this is nice. You get the ashtrays, the cigarette lighters in the back. We don't call them cigarette lighters these days. They're power points.
Power points.
Yeah, they're power outlets, power points. We got the white wall Michelin tires. And the back of this car, something about it, I really like the way this car looks. It's a beautiful car. It's one of those cars that people they either love it or they hate it. Mm-hmm. I love it. How are you loving this weather, by the way? You look cold.
I'm cold as AF. But
cold as AF.
But I was wondering, who drove this when it was new? And you know what I keep coming back to?
Oh, yes.
The pastor of a church.
Yeah. Yeah, very likely.
You know, like a big pastor or drug dealer, one of the two.
I love the paint. It looks so much better when the sun is out. It's got that pearlescent coat to it.
Mm-hmm. And
There's
the chrome.
It's a beautiful, beautiful car, but it has one flaw on the hood right here. This sucks. This is the downside to it. The hood took, probably a grandma car, honest to God. Mm-hmm. And, she took a little ding right here. So the hood's got a dent. The grill is plastic, and it cracked it down here. It's cracked pretty good right there. And then this cap for the bumper here is also cracked and partially broken. Aside from that, if you could find a pearl hood for this and a grill and that little cover, which I doubt you're going to find in that color, but,
yeah,
the hood alone and the grill would make all the difference in the world. Rest of the car looks absolutely beautiful. All digital on the inside. I'll show you those gauges and everything now. They're gorgeous. And they all work. You got the gold Cadillac keys. Absolutely beautiful. There we go. Look at all that. The driver information center down there. Check engine light came on last night. We're going to need to check that. The coolant temp is 30 degrees. So that's nice. It's nice and cold. We're going to check a couple things. I have my suspicions that regarding the... Oh, dude, I'm going to have to go inside and warm up for a minute.
We need a warm-up break.
I'm such a sissy.
Yeah.
I used to work right here under this tree in the snow on cars. It was fine. It wasn't a problem.
You were young back then. Oh, look, they even have this in here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so we know that the thermostat is either stuck or it doesn't have one. Mm-hmm. My thing is, it's even got an AC Delco oil filter. Look at this. That's a factory AC Delco filter right there. Okay, sidetracked. Anyway, the thermostat lies underneath this air intake. Super simple to take it off. You've got a thumb screw in the middle, and you've got a few here. Hey, they actually work. I've rarely ever had these work. I've always had to use a screwdriver. You get these off. Ugh, crap. I spoke too soon. There we go. You get these suckers off right here, and that thumb screw. And we should be able to pull this off, and I can show you guys the thermostat housing, and that is also where the coolant temp sensor lies. And there is also a real possibility that the coolant temp sensor has failed, and if it did, well, that could definitely explain why our cooling fans are not working. Hopefully this just comes off. There's a little tube there, and one there.
There's one on each side.
Nice. This is your wonderful little 4.5 liter V8. I don't know what the horsepower numbers are, but these are very torquey motors. I mean, they get it. Look at this air filter. Look at that.
This was probably serviced at the dealer all the time.
I'm thinking, and here's another great thing. The coolant, I mean, it's perfectly full between hot and cold. Mm-hmm. But I think what I like most about it is the color of the coolant is green. I don't know how well you can see. These came with DexCool, and if I remember correctly, DexCool back in the day was having a few issues with messing up cooling systems, or maybe it was people putting the wrong coolant. Oh, there's another one. Never mind. Oh, I can stay there. That's fine. So a lot of people switched to green. Here's your brake system. I couldn't tell you what all that is. That's a lot happening in this area, so we'll ignore that. Okay, thermostat. Oh, those hoses are so hard. It's so cold. Everything is just... we need to take this bolt off, which, what does that look like? A half?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. It's so cold, I can't even think. We need to take that off. We're gonna make a mess. That's fine. And our fuses and relays reside under here. I don't think we're gonna have a problem with a fuse or a relay. I really don't. But yeah, there they are. These will be your cooling fan and AC relays right here. I don't think those are bad. This is your cooling fan fuse. We'll check that. And then if all else fails, the coolant temp sensor, we can ohm it right here. We'll get to that later. And then last, underneath all of this plastic stuff should be a cooling fan control module. Uh-oh, I don't see it. No.
There's not even one there?
There isn't one.
Is there a plug?
No, there's nothing. It should have been bolted right here. But this is a 1990. I think they stopped doing that in 1989. I think in 89 they got rid of the control module, and in 1990 it changed to something else. So why don't we do this real quick? We got the ohm meter.
Okay.
Let's ohm this coolant temp sensor. If I'm not mistaken, this is the one for the cooling fan. I hope I'm right.
Okay.
I can't get it off. Hold on, I'll be back. All right, so here's what I did. I can't really show you because these barely fit in there, but here's your coolant temp sensor right here. And I did ohm it, and it came out at 1921 ohms. So it looks like that sensor's probably good. That is a thermistic, is that how you say it? Thermistic sensor?
I guess.
It varies based on temperature, coolant temperature, so it'll go higher and lower, but what you don't want to see is it come back as 0L, as in an open. If it's OL, you're not going to have anything. So here's what we can do. We can turn the key on without starting it, and I believe with that coolant temp sensor unplugged, the cooling fans should come on. Why don't you hold this?
Okay.
And let's see.
Give me some power.
Let's see if we get any cooling fans here. Oh, really?
We have cooling fans.
Oh, really?
Ah!
Okay, well, we're heading in the right direction then.
That's the first time those have done something.
Well, it's also completely possible that it's stuck. It
Yeah.
may not be stuck open, but it could be stuck at a reading that the computer sees as normal.
Okay.
And not kicking in the fan. So here's what I'm going to do, or we never let it get up to 222.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is I need to focus, because my ADD is kicking in here. I'm all over the place in this video. But what we need to do is we need to pull that thermostat and see what's going on with that. Let's do that first. Fill it back up with coolant, and then we'll plug everything back in, and let's let it warm up to operating temperature.
And we can go inside and warm up.
And we'll go inside and warm up. We'll let this run for a while, and then we'll see if somewhere between 222 and 228 the fans kick on.
Yeah, because this runs hot.
This is the thermostat in this, I believe, is a 195. Yeah, this engine likes to run very, very warm. So let's pop this off and let's find out if someone pulled the thermostat or if it just got stuck open.
There we go.
I'm going to do the easy one first. And hopefully this doesn't break. There we go. There we go. Why aren't we using the electric tools? That's what... Zing, zing. Okay. Let's get that out of there. Hopefully I don't drop anything.
Right here in my hand. Or in that box.
In this box. Let's put it in the box. And we'll set the box in here. Now, the bottom one.
How do you do that?
I think you actually have to take the hose off.
Okay.
I was going to really try to avoid that, but we're going to have to take the hose off.
How's that nose doing?
Fucking dying, dude. I swear to God, it didn't used to be like this, Mike.
It never got this cold when you were 20?
Oh, no. It definitely got this cold. I just wasn't this much of a sissy, man. This doesn't even fit. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to break the damn hose is what I'm going to end up doing. Uh-oh.
What?
I hope I didn't... I might have just broke the hose. That's a big
The hose or the clamp?
The hose. I think I might have.
Oh, great.
Grab the swivel, Mike.
Okay.
I'm kidding. We don't have a swivel.
We don't. We don't even have a longer...
We don't have anything, man.
No, we got a longer... You need a longer extension?
Possibly.
You got it.
I've got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, just... It's hard to... It's hard to get in there. These are the wrong tools, man. Totally wrong tools. But that's okay. We'll check the hose and see if I destroyed it, because I'm a little concerned that maybe I did. What do you think? Call it now, everybody. Thermostat or no?
I was trying to cheat and see, but I couldn't.
Well, what do you think? Thermostat or no thermostat?
I think there's one in there.
You think there is? It just stuck open?
Because it looks like it hasn't been touched since new.
Oh, you lose one of these bolts and we are in big trouble. Here's a thermostat.
There it is.
Did it up? Look at the hose.
Well,
is that going to be okay?
You can always cut it. How much extra do you have, you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
So she has a thermostat. She's open. Even cold, you can see right through it. I mean, you guys won't be able to see it. It's not open all the way. It's not fully open.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike, can you look at that?
Yeah, I see you.
I mean, it's way
I see
open.
it through there.
Way
yeah.
open.
Yeah.
So, okay. We didn't hardly lose any coolant.
Yay.
Now getting this is a cork gasket. That's, look how clean that coolant is too. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, it's rubber. They put some kind of a sealant over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, where's our new ones? They're inside.
Are they?
Here, I'll go inside and get them.
I'll go inside. Why don't we both go inside
Let's
and
both
get them?
take a break.
Okay, back out into the cold.
Hood's up.
Yep, hood's up.
Oh.
Everything's still here. Yep. We'll put our new gasket in because look how thick this new gasket is compared to the old one. The new gasket's twice the size.
That's going to be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that ought to seal nicely. It slides inside of it.
There's a little lip thing.
Yeah, it does that. Why didn't they sell the damn thermostat with a gasket?
They used to, right?
That's how it's supposed to go. They used to. Yeah. There's how it goes. Then you just drop it back in.
Ah, problem solved.
So, did this one?
Except for the crusties.
This one had one too. This was deteriorated. So I bet we had coolant getting past the O-ring, as well as, I mean, you could see light. This thing is open.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Okay.
So now we got to clean the bottom of your housing.
Yeah, just.
Oh. You want
there, it's clean.
Razor blade or something? No?
Do we have one? Do we have anything here?
I don't know.
It's starting to snow. It's flurrying.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's starting to snow.
Yay. Now, when the bats come out, I go inside because I don't want to get shited on again.
Yeah, you'll get that new strain. Yeah, we need something else.
Quick.
Yeah.
All right, where do we stand?
Somewhere where the wind's not blowing, preferably.
That's where we need to be, but new thermostat in.
New thermostat in.
We cleaned the little housing.
I did it with a wire brush.
That, if you watch the plumbing video, that may look familiar.
Yeah, it just might, mightn't it?
You know what's on the edge of the, yeah. Anyway, we won't talk about that.
Hoo-wee.
Yeah, good word.
Let's hope this doesn't leak. I'm always skeptical. Normally, I like to add just a tad bit of silicone, just as a safety precaution. But we don't have any of that here, so we're just gonna do it and hope.
Here comes somebody.
For the best. Great. Let's tighten that down. Not too tight. Aluminum, right?
Yep.
Oh, great.
Is it stuck?
There we go. Okay, new thermostat is in.
Tighten up your bolt.
Tighten up the bolt here, and we can put some coolant in it, fire it up, and see what it does. All right, guys, we filled her up with antifreeze. That's a gator back belt, too. Did you notice
That's a fancy one, yeah.
That's a gator back. Yeah, those are expensive. You guys probably can't see it because I'm back to using the stupid GoPro. But we got all this back together. Subscriber stopped by. You want to be on video or no?
Sure.
Yeah? What's your name? I forgot already.
Bryce.
Bryce?
Yep.
All right, Bryce. He came up here and just met up with Monkey Wrench Mike and I.
He's telling us about the winters here and the snow. And your brother had a car like this, right?
Yep.
Okay.
What snow? The winters here are always nice and warm, very mild. It's like Florida, really.
Oh, except
No.
it's not.
Except it's not, yeah.
Hasn't been that bad this year.
No, this year's been pretty good. Good considering, but it's still, this is still cold.
I'm still turtling over here, if you know what I'm talking about.
We're about to get into next week is a deep freeze, -6 degrees for the low, like 12 degrees for the high. It's gonna get gnarly, man. So, what do you think? Do you think this just solved the problem?
Honestly,
I know we're gonna have heat now.
yeah, we fixed that.
But do you think? And I needed that. I need heat.
You will.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have messed with it. If this is summertime, I wouldn't have screwed with it.
Yeah.
My question is, do you think the cooling fans are going to come on?
Yeah. We have to get up to 222.
222 or around there. Sometimes, 223, 225. Everything is hooked back up. We don't need this. This is not a mass airflow sensor car. It's got a map sensor over there. So, I guess the only thing to do is fire it up and just let it run.
Let her rip.
Let her rip, Tater Chip. And let's see if the cooling fans will. We know they work. So that means the relays and everything are good, Mike.
So we can take those back.
Right, because I'm going to let these guys in on a little secret. Sometimes we try to diagnose things ahead of time, and then we bring you guys along later to make us look smarter, okay?
Yeah.
We also sometimes go to the store and buy all the parts we could possibly need so that we can just make the video in one shot.
It's a time saver.
It saves us time, and when it's freezing cold out here, it helps. We never ran the check engine light either. We still have to run the check engine light and find out what
Where's the code reader?
code reader on a 1990.
Oh, you got the wire. You just have the wire.
Yeah, you got to stick a wire in there, and
Okay.
we'll do that later. Right now, let's get her up to temp. The coolant temperature is 30 degrees. Nice and warm.
Woo.
Yeah, and let's hope that we don't have a leak. That thermostat housing was a little rough. Somebody thought it would be a good idea. The engineers at General Motors decided putting steel and aluminum together was a good idea. So of course the steel has started corroding because steel and aluminum, they don't mix well.
They don't like each other.
Yeah, so there is a potential that we're going to run into a slight thermostat housing leak up here. We'll let her warm up for a little bit, guys, and we'll come back. Maybe we should warm up for a little bit, and then we'll come back here in just a little while. All right, so she's at what temperature?
I forgot what you told me. 215? It's so cold. 213.
She's at 213.
Yeah.
And we checked the thermostat housing, and it is not leaking.
Yay.
So that's good, and we got excellent pressure on the cooling system. You cannot push through the hose.
Yeah.
She's not leaking anywhere. She's holding pressure real nice. Temperature is coming up. I tried out the heater, and it has heat now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually,
Okay.
the heat is very, very warm.
Let me go test the heat just
Well,
to
I
make
turned it
sure.
off.
Oh, well, you
He's
just want me
cold.
to freeze
He's
down
cold.
here.
If you turn the heat on,
There's nothing.
yeah, I turned it off because I don't
Okay.
want it sucking the heat away from the engine. We got to get up to 222.
We're still at 213.
Are we really?
Still.
Are you kidding me? I guess
This car is too good.
let me motivate it some.
It's too good.
The seats are ice cold. Yeah, so she is still sitting at 213 degrees. We'll motivate her a little bit. We'll come back when she's closer to 222. Okay, here we go. Coolant temp is at 219 now. Come on, old girl. I'm revving her up, trying to get the engine to heat up. 221.
Ooh, one more.
One more. Mike is really excited about that 1 degree Hopefully somewhere right after 222, cooling fans kick in and she starts to cool off. 222. Are they on?
It's turning, baby.
They're on?
I think I think so.
It's a 224, so they better be on. Yes, cooling fans on. So is this one. They're both spinning.
We fixed it.
We fixed it.
We fixed something good. Now I can go inside.
Mike. We always do. Now, we just button up the few little pieces under the hood and she's good.
Hallelujah.
Right? So we should see the temperature coming down. I can't believe that the cooling fans don't come on till 222.
Yeah.
I mean, that is hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the temperature should be dropping. 213. Temperature's already back down to 213.
Okay.
So
this is the only warm spot out here, so
that's why you're finally working on something.
That's why I'm hanging out right here. Yeah.
Normally he doesn't work on anything. He just stands around and talks.
I hold the camera.
He holds the camera.
You can put those tubes on back there if you want to.
Oh, the tubes.
The hoses.
Yeah.
I mean, can you reach
oh, they're nice and warm and pliable now. Look at that. There we go. Okay.
Here's your screw for that.
Well, should I say it? That wasn't hard.
No.
We're not going to have any problems on the way home.
It was productive. And now it's warm.
So, you know what that means?
Mike gets to go inside?
No. Well, you got to clean up all these tools, man.
Doggone it.
This means tomorrow morning, 700 miles.
Yeah.
On a red light car that we bought sight unseen for far too much money, guys. I'm not sure I told you how much I paid for it, but I paid too much. I paid $2,500 for it. The seller would not let it go for any. Like, I tried countering them, and they just wouldn't do it. They're like $2,500 firm. So I said, screw it, man. $2,500 it is. Maybe the video will do really, really well, and I'll get some of my money back. Coolant is down to 204. I'm gonna call that a win. Now, why don't I take you guys over to my Jeep and show you what Monkey Wrench Mike and I did to that earlier. All right, I told you I was gonna show you the Jeep, and a lot of you are gonna hate that we're doing this, but this Jeep is going on that trailer connected to that truck. And the reason why, if you saw the Jeep video already, then you already know. But if you didn't, I'm gonna break it down for you real quick. The steering is super sketchy on this, guys. She likes to wander. You know, you're going down the road and she kind of likes to woo. Well, that can be dangerous, especially in construction zones. So I don't have the time nor really the equipment here to be getting up under this thing and trying to figure out what's wrong with the front end. So we decided to trailer it. The other issue that we had with it was speed. It doesn't want to go fast enough to really get on the highway. It's a 4-cylinder and a 5-speed. I got it really cheap. I got it for $5,000 And as far as Jeeps are concerned, that's a good price for a stock running and driving Jeep. But when you got one with brand new tires and wheels, 33s, and you've got the light bars and everything, which I'll show you in a minute, aftermarket bumper, could use a winch. Looks like it's already got a good mount. Maybe you could put a winch on there. Really not bad. The car lot that sold it actually got in touch with me, and they said that they just put the convertible top. The convertible top is brand new, but it was leaking when they ran it through a car wash, so they just got rid of it. And I'm thinking, it's a Jeep, guys. It's supposed to leak. We had torrential rainfall here very recently. I was not here for it, but I just got back last night. I opened up the Jeep. There was just a tiny bit of water. I mean, not like the carpets were soaked or anything, just a little bit of water on the floor mat, and that was it. So, you know, as long as you're not running it through an automatic car wash or spraying a wand at the seams, I think it's fine, guys. Even the spare has this nice, I think they're 15s. Yeah, they're 33 by 12.5 by 15. Brand new tires. Brand new convertible top. Lights. Camera action. Yes, the 4x4 works. I used it. It makes a little bit of a clunking noise, almost a grinding sound from somewhere up front, maybe in the middle. Not sure what that is, but you know, you just ignore it and drive faster, and it's not so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on for you guys. I figured out something about this Jeep earlier. I've been driving it all day, filled up the tank, and I learned that in order to get this thing up to speed, number one, the speedometer is wrong. So when you're going 55, you're actually going like 65 or 64 or something like that. So the speedometer is inaccurate as all get out. But on top of that, it will get up to speed. It will. You just have to run it at high RPMs. See, I'm used to running things like around 2,500, 3,000. No, if you want to actually get this Jeep rolling, you got to be more around 4,000, 4,500 RPMs, and she will absolutely move as long as you keep those RPMs up. And fifth gear, forget about fifth gear. You're not going to use it. Let's show you these lights. I'm not going to bother firing it up. Oops. Sorry guys, I got my country music on. You know, when you got a Jeep, you got to listen to country music, right? We're going to come back and do another video on this Jeep sometime in the future. I don't know. But anyway, there she is, man. Those light bars are phenomenal. Look, yeah, does that blind you as much as it does me? Those things are crazy, crazy bright. Personally, I think it's a good deal for me. The 4-cylinder engine's 120 horsepower. I think it's like a little 2.5. She's a good Jeep. It's got good bones, good body, and obviously good top. The transmission shift's great. 4x4 works. So I don't think it was a bad deal. I really don't. Monkey Wrench Mike and I took it out today, and we had a little of that Jeep life fun, and had to show him the whole Jeep wave thing. We had a good time with it.
Somebody's having fun.
How's it look?
It looks dirty. It looks cool.
I didn't want to tow it back clean, looking like a pavement princess, you know what I mean? I wanted it to go on the trailer looking disgusting, filthy, because that is how a Jeep is supposed to look. So, I got a question, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Should we do the Will It Make It Home video in this video? Or should we make them come back for another video?
Come back for part 2.
So,
but wait, there's more.
So if they get mad at anybody, then now you can be mad at him.
Right.
Of course, I told him to say that off camera. No.
I am just a monkey after all.
He is just a monkey.
Just trained, yeah.
I had somebody ask me a question earlier, and it was a good question, so I thought I'd respond just in case there's any other new subscribers to the channel that haven't. Oh yeah, you know where.
I know where we're going.
You know where we're going with this.
I'm going to sit down because this will take a minute. Okay, go ahead.
So I had a subscriber earlier, new subscriber to the channel, comment and say, honest question, not trying to be rude, but how do you have all this money for these nice cars, yet you live in a rundown house? Yep. I mean, we got a light hanging out of the ceiling. You got the walls falling. You got, the
one painting or the one piece of art we have on the wall is Elvira.
Well, yeah. I got to keep this place true to my uncle, man. He loved Elvira. I mean, I don't know what it was he loved about her specifically, but he really seemed to like Elvira. So just in case any of you are new here, I'm not going to lie, that was kind of offensive to me. I didn't get triggered. Don't worry, I wasn't triggered over it, and I didn't have a psychotic break. But calling it a rundown house is kind of rude, I think. Maybe you could have said, "Could you afford a nicer?" I know I would have been. Yeah. It would have been rude either way. But for those of you that don't know, this is not. I mean, this is my house. I almost said this is not my house. This is my uncle's home, and rundown or not, this is where he lived a good chunk of his life, and my grandparents lived here too. It didn't always look like this. Mm-hmm. as I'm sure you can imagine, there was a time that it still had the walls attached, and it's been neglected for many, many years, and I wasn't aware of it. But he recently passed away. I think most of my subscribers know this, but this is just for the noobs around. This is what it is. This is my house. I do own it, but I do not live here. This is just my uncle's place that I couldn't let go to the city. I couldn't let some strangers get a hold of it. I wanted to keep it because I love and miss my uncle. And run down or not, I feel more comfortable in this run-down house than I do in my brand new house that I just had built 1 year ago. So I do have a nice house. I have a nice house. I promise. I'm telling the truth. He's seen it.
Of the 3 houses you own,
Oh, right.
wink, wink, the one in Byers is your favorite and the newest. So
Yeah, it's not the buyer's house. It's my favorite. I have another house, and that one it's nice. It's brand new, and it was $236,000, something like this, just under 250. I do have a nice house. That's where I live. That's where Jessica and Nick live with me. We all live together in that house, but I am the most comfortable in this house, whether it's the memories or the fact that my whole family is from here except me. I don't know. I feel a tie to this place, and I don't consider it run down. It's what would you call a rundown Mercedes, Mike? If you to make yourself
vintage.
feel vintage. He said vintage. Okay, this house qualifies as vintage.
it is
I
vintage.
think.
Yeah,
1912.
12.
Yeah, that's. Think about it. In 1912, I've seen pictures of this whole area. In 1912, most of it wasn't developed out that way. There was nothing. It was just fields. The train tracks, I believe, were here the whole time. But in 1912, the streets that we were just standing in, working on that Cadillac, those streets were dirt roads with horses and buggies, carriages.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of history here. So I understand you probably didn't mean that comment in a crappy way. Sometimes I get offended a little bit too easy. Calling my uncle's house, why can't you afford a good house? Well, I've got a decent house, but honestly, like I said, I'm just more comfortable in this place than I am in my nice new house. But anyway, that answers that question. I think we're done. We're going to go ahead and make them watch the next video. Oh, I can't make you. I hope you watch the next video.
I think they will hang around.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll get out of here. If you haven't subscribed to this guy's channel, Monkey Wrench Mike, his link, where's the link again? I keep forgetting. Where does that link go? Oh, below the video. Right. Below the video. You just go down below the video, click Monkey Wrench Mike's link. How far are you from
13, baby.
For 13 subscribers from 36,000?
36,000. So,
oh, my goodness. Come on. He needs 13. Can 13 of you, 13 of you, go down there and subscribe to his channel real quick. Click that link, subscribe to his channel, and come back for the next video on the Cadillac.
Because there's so much that could go wrong. I mean, really, it's an old,
yes.
It's a vintage Cadillac.
A vintage.
It's
Thanks.
just in good condition.
Thanks for yeah. I'm not sure exactly what I think you're saying my Cadillac is run down.
No, it's a good car, but there are lots of things that could pop up.
Yeah, it's a 1990 and it's a GM. Lots of things could definitely go wrong with that car. I want to take time to thank each and every one of you for watching the video. I certainly do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and like the video if you enjoyed the content today. Also, if you feel real generous, you could share the video with your friends. It goes a long way to help me make more money so that I can continue spending over $2,500 on a 1990 Cadillac Seville, because that's always a good decision. Stay safe out there. Wish me luck. We got 700 miles to drive in the morning. I'll see y'all very soon next time in the next one.
You're already worried about the trip. You're worried about the trip.
I gotta go to bed.